This is your host, Sandy Kastel, and we are broadcasting live from the Mob Bar downtown in the heart of Las Vegas on 3rd Street. Every Wednesday at noon on KLAV, 12:30 a.m., and streaming online at KLAV1230am.com. Our show today is sponsored by Mob Bar, Bring the Gang On Out, and the members of WEMA, Women in Music and Arts, empowering artists of all ages through education, mentorship, and scholarship. You can find out more about Women in Music and Arts by going to our website, wemafoundation.org. My guests today include Amy Frost, Robert Nash, Caroline Muse Grant, Gary Anthony, Ann Parente, Laura Manning, Jeannie Bry, Bronx Wanderers, Rick De La Rada, and LJ Harness of the Las Vegas Underground. Hi, Amy.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
You're fabulous. How about yourself?
Good, good. Well, you are our delivering happiness messenger.
That's me.
What kind of message do you have for all of our listeners today?
Well, today I want to talk about using your time effectively. Seems like we have way too much to do, way too much of the time. We're not connecting with ourselves. We're not connecting with others. So what I want the people to think about today is, if your minutes were dollars, are you getting a good rate of return on the way you're spending your time?
That's a good question. I'll tell you, they just add up too, don't they?
They really do, and it's really about priorities. So I want to support everybody in what is most important to me, and am I putting my time, money, and energy towards that?
That's great. So, normally we start off with a little relaxation technique that we get everybody involved with. Do you have one of those for us today?
Oh, yeah. Well, let's just start with a nice deep breath. Everybody, nice deep breath in. Hold it. Now I want you to release. Now as you're breathing in, I want you to imagine you have all the time in the world. All the time you need to do everything that you want to do. And you're breathing out, releasing what's not working, what's not happening, all those different things. Breathing in, I have all the time in the world, I have all the time in the world. And breathing out anything that gets in the way of you accomplishing your goal. It's that simple.
That's good. That's good. Well, we've got a lot of guests today, so let's go ahead and invite Robert Nash to come and join us. Robert is a comedy impersonator, and he has one special person that is a famous actor that he is famous for impersonating. So he is going to be sharing some of that. This is
Robert.
Hi, Robert. How are you today?
How you doing?
Good, good.
What's going on?
What's going on? Well, we're sitting here with lunch with Sandy at the Mob Bar downtown, and it's our first time. And so tell us a little bit about how you got into being an impersonator.
Well, I'll tell you what, it took a lot of years, a lot of time in front of the television, a lot of time listening to music, just hours and hours of saying I want to be somebody when I grow up, but I didn't want to be me.
Why didn't you want to be you? You're so cute.
I don't know, but thank you. Not too bad yourself. What it is, in the business, as everybody knows, entertainers, it's a tough wall to break down. I mean, we sit there and we try, we struggle, we do everything we can to try and get there. And when you get a crack, you get that 15 minutes of fame, sometimes it doesn't last. I found out that I had an knack for doing voices and doing characters, and it gave me the ability to work through and work in the clubs and even do film, television stuff. I just ended up doing voices. I had a gift for doing it, started doing it, and it's been like that ever since.
That's great. So who's your most famous voice that you do?
Well, everybody knows me as Bobby De Niro.
Bobby De Niro.
Yeah, well, it's a look thing, it's an attitude, so I can't help what I look like. But I do a lot of different voices, a lot of different characters, singing voices, a lot of different celebrities, actors, and such. Yeah.
And where are you performing now?
Right now, I am performing right here at the Mob Bar. I'm going to bust somebody in the head if I don't get a bottle of booze. No, I'm kidding. Where's Gary Anthony? Go give me something to drink. Yo, I'm watching you.
Now, what is your drink of choice? As Bobby.
Usually 7 and 7.
7 and 7?
Yeah. I'm not doing that today. It's too early. We'll do it later on. Have a nice glass of water. Right now, I just finished up, wrapped up in March at Hooters Hotel and Casino in the main show. I was performing there, headlining for a show called Rock and Roll. And we wrapped that up, and the producers are pushing us to another venue. They're looking at 2 other venues. One of them, possibly the Rio Hotel, but nothing's in cement, but they're looking at bringing it in. So maybe in the next month and a half, we'll get back on stage over there.
Okay, great. And do you have a website?
I do. You can go to DeNiroGuy.com.
You're the De Niro guy, huh?
Now I'm the De Niro guy, you know what I want. There's also another one, you can go to Robert Nash Show and see all the other characters that I do.
Okay.
But a lot of corporate gigs have been coming my way as doing Robert De Niro. It's been good. Just finished doing a film, commercial, TV show, and I mean, back to back to back, it's just been coming one after another. It's been really great. So I'm writing this one out right now.
Oh, good. Good. It's so nice of you to come and join us on the show today.
Sandy, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I'll talk to you
All
a little bit.
Okay, thank you. All right, that was Robert Nash. Let's hear a big round of applause for Robert Nash. And check out his website and go see him wherever he's performing. So Amy, we've been talking a little bit about the business of being an artist and over the last few weeks. And you always have some tips for us on how to be an artist and the business of being an artist.
When we get back to time, I think it's about what I recommend is you each morning spend some time looking at what you want to accomplish during that day and actually get it on the schedule. And I recommend that you set up what are the top 3 things that I want to accomplish today, and make sure that you get those things done. If you do that every day, you're going to be accomplishing what you want to accomplish.
Okay, that's good. We're supposed to have a caller. The Bronx Wonders is supposed to be calling in this morning. Have we got them? Let's see. No, we don't have them yet. Okay, so let's invite our next guest, Caroline Muse Grant from ADAS. Now, Caroline has been, she's a WEMA member, or soon to be a WEMA member. And we've been actually teaming up for several different events, and I know we've got one coming up soon. So, hi, Caroline, how are you?
Hi, Sandy. I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Good. Now, I'm going to ask you to sit right up next to that. There you go. So, Caroline Muse Grant is with ADS, and tell us what ADS is.
Okay, ADAS is actually the Architectural and Decorative Arts Society, and it's an architectural and design nonprofit that we founded about 7 years ago. We have architects, designers, artists, anybody in charge of beautiful. That's the way we like to put it.
In charge of beautiful, I like that.
In charge of beautiful, relative to homes and decor and that sort of thing. And our goal was really to focus on talent. We have so much talent here in Las Vegas, as you know, through your organization. And people don't know about it. And so we wanted to be, showcase some of the fabulous design talent in Las Vegas.
Well, that's great. Now I've got 3 events listed here that you're talking about. One is called Atomic Vegas.
Atomic Vegas is a mid-century modern weekend that we put on. This is our 3rd year. And basically we're celebrating mid-century modern architecture and lifestyle. So we have 3 events that are part of that. On a Friday evening, this is going to be in October 26, 27, and 28. On the Friday night, we're having a sock hop,
Yes.
featuring 50s and 60s music, a lot of live entertainment, live music. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. We're going to have fashions, we're going to have food, and it's just a big celebration of that genre of music and time.
And we're going to have some of the women members singing some
Yes,
of those
you've got
60s
women members
songs.
that are coming. We have a band. We're wearing poodle skirts. It's going to be fabulous.
And actually, Anne Parenti is here joining us. She'll be up a little bit.
Yes, she has been very helpful. Oh my gosh, she has lined up all the talent. We certainly couldn't have done it without her. And it's going to be at the Alexis Park, and I'll tell you how to get more tickets later as we move forward.
Okay, now you also have the Mid-Mod Architecture Lifestyle Symposium.
Yes, we do. That's on Saturday, the following day, October the 27th. That's going to be at the El Cortez downtown. And basically we have about 3 panels of individuals, from architects to homeowners, just to people who really love and live the mid-century lifestyle. It's going to be very informative, very fun. You're going to love seeing it. And I have to tell you, the first time we did this, we made a first announcement about mid-century modern architecture. And people said to me, oh my gosh, we don't have any of that in Las Vegas. Well, we do.
Turns out we do.
We have a lot of it. So.
And then on the next day, you've got a Mid-Mod bus tour.
On that Sunday, I rent a double-decker bus. We pour lots of wine. Uncle Jack Levine, who is a mid-century modern real estate expert, hosts it. He has a microphone and he entertains us for 4 hours driving through the iconic mid-century modern neighborhoods. And we usually go in 3 to 4 homes on that tour.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, Caroline, for joining us today at Lunch with Sandy, and Amy's tapping me
Well,
on
I
the
just have a
shoulder.
question. Where does one get a poodle skirt?
Oh, we're making them. And I also wanted to tell you that for tickets and more information on, you can go to our website at www.adas-lv.com.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Caroline.
you.
Okay, be sure and check that out. Atomic Vegas Friday, the 26th of October at Alexis Park. And then that whole weekend is filled with lots of different events.
Brides people are ready.
Oh, I think we have our callers in, the Bronx Wanderers, and we're going to find out, hopefully, that we're going to be able to hear, if we can hear them. Hi, John, is that you there, or Italy? Back at the station. Hi, hold on just one second. We're going to put the headphones up to the microphone because for some reason we're not getting a feedback on the speakers here. Okay, so go ahead. You got that? Go ahead and talk. Okay, all right. Yeah, and we've got some of your music. We're here with the Bronx Wanderers, and how was the Bronx Wanderers started? Wow. Well, you know what? We'd like to play some... Well, what's it like playing with? What's it like playing with your kids? That's one of the questions you asked here. Yeah. Who's Bobby Rydell? Oh my gosh. That's great. Now you're coming out to Vegas, right? You're coming out to Vegas, right? You're going to be at the South Point this Friday night, okay? And how can people find out about getting tickets? Just call the South Point and order them there? Okay. And what's your website? Okay, say that again. TheBronxWanderers.com? Well, that's too simple. Well, you know, well, I really appreciate you coming in, and we're going to send all our folks out to see you. We're going to be advertising on our website, which is WEMAFoundation.org. We're going to send it out on Facebook. We're going to send it out on Twitter. We're going to send it out on Pinterest. We're going to send it out as much as we can so that we can get a lot of people out there to see you. All right, thanks so much for calling in. All right, have a great day. Okay. My next guest is Ann Parente. And Ann Parente is one of the WEMA members. In fact, she's the vice president of the WEMA. She is called my left brain. Because I'm so right-brained, I have to have somebody to balance me out. And she's the person to do it. Hi, Ann, how are you doing?
That's assuming I have no brain left at all. But anyway,
You're going to have to be right on the mic.
we have so many events coming up.
Yes.
I'm going to talk as fast as I can without even ignoring anyone.
Okay, now first of all, I'm just going to clarify. So what you're talking about is WEMA is involved not only in our own events that we put on, but also we team up with other nonprofit and profit organizations, which is something that Amy Frost is so good about doing, teaming us up with other nonprofits, because she's with an organization called nonprofitsector.org, correct?
Nonprofitsectorfoundation.org.
Foundation.org.
Very good.
And Amy introduced us to David Osmond from the Nevada Youth Alliance, and we've done a couple of events with him. We've got another one coming up, which we'll talk about sooner, again later. And then Ann, so now you're going to tell us all about all the events we have, including our members' events.
Correct.
Okay, great. Here you go.
Well, the first one we kick off is Amy's tomorrow night down at Fifth Street School, and she'll tell you more about that later on her own. Yep. And she'll be honoring us. Okay, but I'm going to let her talk more.
Well, I want to say 3 of the winners are sitting right next to me.
So incestuous today. But tomorrow night, after Amy's event, we have this thrilling event down at the Alexis Park, and Bobby Brooks Wilson, the son of, oh my goodness, Jackie Wilson.
That's right.
If you want to shout, kick your heels up and shout. That fellow will be doing a CD, bringing out a new CD that night, and be hosting there at the Alexis in the Pegasus Lounge. It's free, it's just a small drink minimum, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy the show. The next one is The Taste and Beauty of Tango. It is September the 29th. It's this Saturday from 6:30 to 9, and if you ever wanted to learn how to tango, that would be the thing to do. So you can always go onto the WEMA website to find out more. On October 1st, we have a lecture to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, and it's a social, cultural Hispanica at the Clark County Community Library. And again, this can be found on our website. The Taste and Toast, we will be out at the Vegas Roots Community Gardens, which used to be the Tone Hall Gardens, on October the 13th in the evening from 5 to 8. You can check us out there and learn more about how to do gardening. The next thing that's coming up is one of our member-sponsored items, and it's the Society's 3rd Annual Little Black Dress Luncheon. And that will be held on October the 14th from 1:30 to 3:30 at the Monte Carlo Resort and Casino.
Okay, if you're just tuning in now, you are listening to Lunch with Sandy at the Mall Bar in the heart of downtown. That's 201 North 3rd Street. And you just come on out and have lunch with us, and we've got Women in Music and Arts, and we've got artists supporting artists. We've got a whole gang of people out here right now joining us for lunch. So we want to right now throw out a song that was by the Bronx Wanderers. Excuse me. Okay, so John, you gonna play that? Wanderers, and now we're going to come back with Ann Parente.
And we have so many events, they had to cut me off there.
So we wanted to give you a little break.
That's
So
it, I
we
needed the
burn
break.
out.
I needed the break after all that, yes. October the 19th, we will be doing something with the Nevada Youth Alliance down at the Smith Center, and our very own Sandy Kastel will be performing that night, along with a wonderful jazz group called Rick Delarada. And Genevieve will also be there, and they have the honorary VIP host as Gary Montel from our own Channel 8 here in town. That's from 6:30 to 10 on Friday, October the 19th. Then, one of our new friends in our charity groups is called Nevada Pep, and they will be doing a walk out at the Village on October 21st, Sunday, and that starts at 8 a.m. and goes till 10. And the honorary headlining spokesperson there is Frankie Marino. So for all you young gals, you might want to come out early and see Market and the ALS Foundation will team up for donating wreaths that will go on display and be auctioned off that evening for the ALS Foundation. And then last but not least, one of our very own gals in Lima is Susan Haller, and she'll be doing her own play, a musical called There's a Dead Guy in My Daughter's Bedroom.
Oh, my
Sadly, it's based on a true story. So it will be done over on Saturday, December 15th at the Starbright Theater. And that wraps up the WEMA headlines for the week.
Great, thank you so much, Ann. And we're going to go to a break right now and we're going to listen to our sponsors, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Lunch with Sandy. Hi, this is Sandy Kastel. We are broadcasting live from the Mob Bar downtown in the heart of Las Vegas on 3rd Street every Wednesday at noon, and on KLAV AM 1230 AM radio, talk radio, and streaming online at KLAV1230am.com. Our show today is sponsored by the Mob Bar and the members of WEMA, Women in Music and Arts, empowering artists of all ages through education, mentorship, and scholarship. You can find out more about Women in Music and Arts by going to our website, wemafoundation.org. My guests today include a lot of people.
Too many to name.
Yeah, Amy Frost, Robert Nash, Caroline Muse Grant, Gary Anthony, Ann Parenti, Laura Manning, Jeannie Bride, Bronx Wanderers, Rick DeLarada, and LJ Harness of the Las Vegas Underground, and more. And right now I have with me Gary Anthony. Hi, Gary Anthony.
Hello, Sandy. It's great to be back again on the show.
It's good to have you. And you are one of my favorite Frank Sinatra impersonators, I was going to tell you.
Well, thank you.
In fact, I've been listening to you sing Frank Sinatra songs since I was a little girl.
Yes, I do remember those days.
So where are you performing right now?
Right now I book conventions. I'm doing nothing but conventions at this point.
So all private parties?
Yeah, private parties, conventions, whatever.
Now you keep pretty busy with that because you're going around the world to do
Yeah.
different shows. You just finished a show over in, where was it?
Indonesia. Jakarta, Indonesia.
And I believe you have that up on your website?
Yep.
The
Yep.
performance that you did over there?
Yeah, it's majorep.com.
Right?
Yeah, go there and you'll see what I'm all about. You'll see. It's an agency.
All right, well, for those people who are listening right now, why don't you tell them what you're all about?
Well, okay. When I came to Vegas, I started out been doing Sinatra most of my life, so I thought, this is the time to do it. I knew I could do it. I came here in '94 and been doing Sinatra professionally for 17 years now, all over the world. And it's just an honor and a blessing.
That's good. And I remember when you came to town, you started working at the Italian American Club, because of course you're doing Frank Sinatra, and that fit right in. That was one of the places. And now you're at the Tap House on Monday nights a lot of
Yep.
times.
Yep.
You're sitting in around town a lot of different places.
Yeah, mostly conventions.
I mean, I know your work is where, like you said, you're busy with the
Oh.
conventions, but for the rest of us that are in town, we get to hear you every now and then. You were at the Riviera the other night.
Yeah, Queen Victoria Pub. That's an excellent place to perform today. A nice little stage there. We go to Salvatore's out there at the Sun Coast. That's a great place to sing. Places everywhere in Vegas that have a live band. That's where I am.
And that's one good thing about entertainment today. A lot of artists are supporting each other, and there's a lot of different places around town where people are going and sitting in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I understand you're going to sing a song for us right now.
I'm going to do a song for you?
I think, aren't you?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
I'll get them on
So,
that. Somebody go up the other mic.
Shall we have some walking music? Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
I'll do something like this. How's it sound? Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. I'll let them eat the sea, what spring is like gone. That Jupiter and Mars, in other words, hold my hand, and In other words, baby, kiss me. How's that? How about that one?
Thank you, Gary. Thank you.
Do another one. Do another one.
Do another one. Yeah.
What is this, a medley of acapella songs?
Let's stay with the flying. Come fly with me. Let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come on, fly with me. Let's fly away. How's that?
That's beautiful. Thank you.
More.
All right, well, would you like to do another one?
That's up to you.
How about that one that you sang to me when I was 14 years old? I've got you under my skin.
Well, why would remember that?
I've got you deep in the heart of me. You take over.
Well, I got a chance to keep it.
Oh, man.
I've got you
There you go.
under my skin. I have got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin.
Thank you, Gary Anthony. Thank you. All right, round of applause. Well, I'm glad that you're working around a lot of conventions, but I know that we enjoy hearing you every opportunity we get. And out at the Tap House on Monday night is a great place to hear you with the Las Vegas Underground, and that starts at 7 p.m. every Monday night out at the Tap House. So, Amy, let's talk a little bit more about your organization and what you're doing with the Happiness Movement.
Well, DeliveringHappiness.com is part of Tony Shea's, it's his book, and it's a movement, and they have a lot of events here, and I'm a guest blogger for them. It's all about how can you be happy at work. What a concept, right? And living your purpose. You want me to talk about the mixer?
Yes, please.
With the Nonprofit Sector Foundation, we're working with Crocs Cares and Oprah Magazine, and we're giving out 100 pairs of shoes to 100 women supporting 100 causes. And that'll be tomorrow night at the 5th Street School at the UNLV Nonprofit Center. So we're going to be celebrating amazing women. You're one of them, so is Ann Parenti and Carolyn Muse. Yay! And we're going to be talking about great causes. You know, music, women in music and art is really amazing, and we love it. And there's 99 other ones that we're going to be celebrating tomorrow night.
So this was a wonderful idea. Just to give a little backstory, there was a contest that went on, and they asked, what would you do to give out?
They were looking for 100 women to each give out 100 pairs of shoes.
Right.
And a lot of people are going to be giving them through nonprofits, 100, to people who are in need of shoes. And for me, what it came to me was honoring women who have stepped up and stepped out and are walking their path of purpose in their community.
And so you won
I
that
won
portion
it,
of
yes,
it,
exactly.
and then you in turn turned it into, picking these other
And so we
women.
will be giving the awards, but we'll also be sharing stories and pictures that will go to Crocs Care and Oprah Magazine.
That's wonderful. Great idea. And Oprah is always all about women, which is great. And we appreciate all the good work that you do and bringing nonprofits and profits together.
And for the mixer tomorrow will be 6 to 8 at the 5th Street School right down the street.
Is that open to everyone?
It's open to everybody, profits, nonprofits, and it's about, if you have time, money, or energy of any kind to help our community be better, come and help us do that.
And what's your website again?
Nonprofitsectorfoundation.org.
Great. So everyone come on out to support Amy Frost and the mixer, and come on out and mix with everybody and learn
Meet
more
some
about
amazing women and
meet
meet
some amazing
causes
women.
and have some fun.
Okay, great. Thank you. Well, our next guest is Brad Kilmer, the Mole Crystal Ball. No,
Male crystal ball.
the male
Male crystal
crystal ball. Hello, how are you?
I'm fantastic, and I'm so blessed to be able to be on your show today.
Well, I'm so glad that you came and joined us. We've met a couple of different times. We met at out with the Riviera when Gary was performing, and we met over at the rock thing that was going on over at LDH a couple of weeks ago.
And the tap house.
And the Tap House on Monday night, that's right. So for our listeners out there that can't see Brad, he is looked very sparkly today in his blue hair and beard, and his lovely glasses reminds me a little bit of Elton.
I get that a lot.
You really should stop being so shy.
I'm telling you.
So Brad, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm a singer, songwriter, actor, producer, all that stuff. Currently, I'm working on a record with Sandy Kastel of P-Funk.
Who's
We're
here in
out
the
here in
audience?
Vegas recording them, and we're making some hot tracks. Everybody's gonna love them. Got a single coming out called Rock and Roll. Also, another single coming out called Glitter Goodbye, which is that. I actually brought you a CD and the little thing, so the male crystal ball knows how to make it work. So.
Okay, so how did you get involved in singing? When did you get started as a performer?
Well, I grew up in a small town in southern Illinois named Shawneetown, and I was always I'm not a very shy person, but with my singing, I was very, very shy because I don't really have like the, typical, male voice, and, in southern Illinois, it's not really that popular, so I mainly sang, when no one was home, I'd sing on the radio, I'd like I'm heavily influenced by like funk and George Clinton and 70s disco, obviously.
Yes, obviously.
So,
But it looks good on you.
Well, thank you.
Okay, here's a track of yours, so should we play this?
Sure, we can do a clip of it, sure.
Okay, here we go.
This is Glitter Goodbye, everybody.
Hopefully this works.
It will. It's alright. And for those of you who can't see Sandy, she's wearing a very, very,
I don't know
very,
if this is going to work.
very sexy white dress.
Not that sexy.
It's very,
No, it's
very
pretty
sexy.
sexy.
I'm actually a little nervous sitting next to you, so.
Well, I'm not getting any sound here, so
It's okay.
Hold on.
Come up and sing.
Let me just do it.
Yeah, come on up here. Come on up here. Let's help him
I
out.
can do it.
Crystal ball.
Okay, here we go. Crystal ball. Male crystal ball.
I'll give you a little piece. It starts off, it goes, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, 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 it was my little goodbye. Oh, 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 it was my little goodbye. I'm just a boy from the Midwest, didn't know how much I was blessed, because I met you at the Tap House, baby, and you wore the prettiest blue I ever did see. Ooh, sing me now. Oh, 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 it was my real goodbye. Ooh, ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. It was my little goodbye. There you go. I can't wait to see you all doing the music for that.
I can't believe I got my own personal song there. So where can people find out about you? Do you have a website?
Well, you can look up Male Crystal Ball. That's MALECRYSTALBALL. All one word. Type it in Google. You'll find me on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, SoundCloud, all that stuff. YouTube.
That's great. That's great. Well, thank you so much for coming, and thank you for singing me that special song.
I like to tailor everything specific, so I knew I wanted to sing you something very special because I really, really appreciate you. I appreciate Jonathan, and I want to give a shout out to the Las Vegas Underground for
Yes.
accepting me, taking me in, and what a pleasure it was to sing for them, and what a pleasure it was to hear all the great singers that I've met and people I've come in contact like yourself. So thank you so very much, Sandy.
Well, thank you again.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Let's hear another round of applause for Male Crystal Ball. Woo! Now, I know we've got another caller calling in. John, has anybody called in yet?
Yeah, Rick.
Okay, he's on the line.
Yeah.
Hi, Rick. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. This is our first day here, and we're glad to have you call in. We're trying to figure out a couple of little nuances here with the material and with the technology of doing a live show here. So tell us a little bit about your music and what you're doing. You're heading to town to the Smith Center.
Yes, I'm the founder of an organization called Jazz, and we kind of believe that the best way to teach is by helping outstanding causes all over the country, all over the world, and you help a wonderful cause. Obviously, you're a very good thing by all of the good ones that cause does know the free. So this concert is part of a free content tour, and we're going to be in the U.S., we're going to be in Africa and India, this is in Las Vegas, Nevada, Alliance, and they're an organization that is aggressive in development programs for demonstrating spiritual justice, family, health, education, and recreation kids. And so we hope by helping Las Vegas
That's a wonderful thing. I mean, you have been around the world doing this for how many years, Rick? Wow.
There, and from there, we brought together a really popular American dance. There we've been able to have an effective kind of series, as well as a donation program and education. We've also done a lot for all those kinds of other causes. For example, you're a woman, we did a concert for women in jazz, and
Right. You funded over 850 outstanding causes worldwide through the benefits concert series that you've been doing. And it says you've done the most significant cultural event of our time while uniting people through the art form of jazz. Another first in both jazz and music history, making this an exceptional contribution to the advancement of jazz. And it says that this event and benefit concert series has united more world leaders and prestigious supporters than any other previous musical event, including Woodstock and Live Aid combined, making this another exceptional contribution to the advancement of jazz. So again, you're going to be at the Smith Center, and that's October the 19th, right, Rick?
right, you want to hear like a different song or something?
Yes, I'm going to take a quick break right now, and then we'll be right back, and we'll play one of your songs, okay? And so we're going to take a pause for our sponsors right now. We'll be right back with a song from Rick De La Rada. That's Rick De La Rada, and that is from the jazz concert series that he's doing, and he's going to be playing at the Smith Center on October 19th. Rick, are you there?
Yeah.
Hi, Rick. It's a little hard to hear the music, so I just thought I would go on back to you.
Sure.
I just wanted to. So Rick, one more time, where you're going to be playing October the 19th. And where can they find out more about your music?
Maybe go to jazzforkids.org.
Okay. Okay, great. And then, so we'll be sending a shout out to all of our people also at Facebook, Twitter, and on our website, WEMAFoundation.org. Thank you so much, Rick, for calling in. We're looking forward to seeing you on October the 19th at the Smith Center. My next guest is Laura Manning. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
You're going to have to be right on that microphone.
I have to tell you, you look gorgeous.
Well, thank you.
I try. Okay. How are we doing?
I'm just going to adjust this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here we go. We are live at the Mob Bar downtown in the heart of the city. So come on out and join us for lunch with Sandy. I'm here with Laura Manning. And Laura Manning, you are a WEMA member.
Yes.
Yes, and you have also been a songwriter for many, many years.
Many years.
In fact, you're working on some new projects right now.
Right now.
Okay. You want to tell us a little bit about this?
Sure. The first one is a children's musical called The Animals Christmas, which is about the myth that says on Christmas Eve the animals have the power of speech. And if you're lucky enough to have some barn animals, they will tell you what happened on the day that Christ was born. And the second musical I'm writing with Waylon Picard, who we wrote a musical called The Ghost of Gershwin. And that's intriguing.
So I also we're going to be teaming up with a choir for December 1st. We've got an event, Toys for Tots,
Yes.
out at LVH, and we're going to be singing. The choir is going to be singing one of your songs, one of your Christmas songs,
Yeah.
and possibly two.
Yes.
Yeah, we still have to get the approval from the choir.
Well, I'm sure you'll get the approval.
We're working on that. Laura, tell me a little bit about your history and how you got involved as a singer. And
Okay, well, I'm from another generation. My father was the first clarinetist at Radio City Music Hall. I got into the music business when I was 16 years old. I started singing with bands in New York City. I did an audition at an orchestra leader's office, a cappella, and from that day forward I was singing. And I figured out I sang at over 4,000 weddings in every ethnic persuasion. I did background singing of many a commercial that you would know if you heard them. I started doing, I was the opening act for every major comic that you could name. Everybody from Milton Berle to Henny Youngman to Alan King, Buddy Hackett, Maury Amsterdam, and in 1965 I went to Vietnam with Georgie Jessel, and I've had an incredible life as a singer and a songwriter.
And you're not done yet.
Not done yet, absolutely not.
You know, you're the perfect example of what I keep telling people about artists. We do not just give up. I mean, our passion. We are artists throughout our entire life. And if we continue to do our work, whether we are sculptors or painters or singers, performers, dancers, obviously sometimes we may do it a little differently because our body changes and the things that we do change, because a lot of times we're doing things to mentor other students that are coming up or other people that are interested in the arts.
Absolutely, I love teaching. I had the good fortune of writing with some wonderful composers. The show that I had off Broadway called Antiques was produced by Dory Shari from MGM Pictures. Alan Green wrote, among other things, Where Are You Going, My Little One, My Little One. I also wrote with Henry Tobias, who wrote Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree with anyone else but me. I also wrote with Joe Harnell. I wrote with a bunch of people, and I'm very fortunate to have had that experience, and I'm still at it.
Well, that's great. I really appreciate you coming out today for lunch with Sandy and joining us today.
I had a great time. Everybody up here was very talented. I love to see the young people coming up. There is no shortage of talent.
Thank you, and I'm looking forward to our Christmas performance.
I am too.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Laura.
Laura Manning! I got a couple of quick announcements.
Oh, we got some cupcakes.
I got cupcakes for you.
Okay.
Tommy Sue just handed me these cupcakes for you. They're called Pick Your Poison. And they're alcohol cupcakes here at the Mob Bar. We've got red wine velvet, mimosa, and cup of joe, which is Forgetti liquor and coffee grind frost. So Pick Your Poison cupcakes and alcohol cupcakes here at the Mob Bar. And can I do a shameless plug for our show?
Please, please.
Vinyl this Friday night at the LVH Hotel and Casino, starring Dominic Allen from Foreigner and Denny Lane, one of the original founders of Moody Blues, and Paul McCartney and Wings. We've got a couple of pairs of tickets. We got pair of tickets to go see Vinyl. If you want the tickets and you're the first caller, 731-1230, 731-1230. And now we'll throw to you back to Sandy in her studio.
Hi, welcome back to Lunch with Sandy, and my guests today have been varied. I've got Amy Frost sitting here with me from the
DeliveringHappiness.com.
DeliveringHappiness.com or
NonprofitSectorFoundation.org.
that's right. And Amy, do you have anything else you'd like to share with us today?
Well, I think it's about really being careful about where you're putting your time, money, and your energy. Make sure it's where your goals are and what you want to accomplish.
Make sure you're careful about where you put your time, money, and energy. What better advice could we get in today's economy and today's artists and performers? So also on my right here now, I have Jazz and Jeannie Bride. Hi, Jazz and Jeannie Bride.
All I had was a few cupcakes.
Oh, you had a few of those alcoholic
Alcoholic.
So Jeannie, you're also a WEMA member, and you have a lot of different shows going on right now. So why don't you just tell our folks about them?
Oh, I have a wonderful 7-piece swing band called the Speakeasy Swingers.
Okay.
And we just performed last night at the House of Blues. Had a wonderful
Oh my
time.
God.
I couldn't find my pianist had flown out, so I had a guitarist.
Your what had flown out?
My pianist.
Pianist.
Yes, Charlie Schaefer.
Thank you.
Had to fly out last minute, so I had a wonderful guitarist. And it was a wonderful time. It was a whole different sound. And we'll be back there on October 30th for San Jerry Swing Nights, where they have them all on Tuesdays. Isn't that a great song? I think somebody turned the TV sound up. It's like a Busby Berkeley thing going on.
Sorry, I think we had a little interruption there.
That's all right. That's my style. We do 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, so it's just up my style.
So Jeannie, where can people find out more about your music?
Well, we have www.thespeakeasyswingers.com.
Okay.
And I also have the Vintage Vegas Variety Show. We should be starting season 2 up here in just a few more weeks. But season 1 is all up on YouTube. And you can see us. Just put the Vintage Vegas Variety as one word, and that's a YouTube channel. So you can see all of season 1, all the episodes are on there.
Well, great. Thank you so much, Jeannie, for coming out. This is Sandy Kastel with Lunch with Sandy, and we're here every Wednesday at the Mob Bar downtown in the heart of the city. Join us at 201 North 3rd Street every Wednesday for Lunch with Sandy. Bye-bye.
I love you too.